I still remember the night the village buzzed with whispers. "An American man is coming," they said, their voices a mix of curiosity and excitement. Little did I know, this man would change everything for our small village in Nigeria. It was a hot afternoon when John first arrived. He stood out like a beacon, tall and broad-shouldered, with bright blue eyes that seemed to reflect the sky. His skin was sun-kissed, but it was his smile that caught everyone's attention. The children stared wide-eyed, while the adults exchanged glances filled with wonder. Who was this stranger? What was he doing here in our little village? John was traveling across Nigeria, exploring the culture, the people, and the landscapes. He was eager to learn, taking photos of everything: the houses made of mud, the vibrant market, and the fields of cassava swaying gently in the breeze. He seemed fascinated by our way of life, and we were equally intrigued by him. But it was Amara who truly captured his heart. Amara was the village's beauty. With dark, flowing hair and a smile that could light up the darkest nights, she was a joy to behold. She spent her days helping her mother weave baskets, tending to the goats, and fetching water from the river. Her laughter was like music, sweet and carefree. I often found myself watching her from a distance, admiring her kindness and grace. When John's eyes fell on her, it was like watching a flower bloom. As the days passed, John began to spend more time with Amara. He would come to the river where she filled her clay pot, and they would talk for hours. At first it was awkward. They struggled with language, but their laughter broke down the barriers. John learned some words in our language, and Amara tried her best to understand his English. They communicated through gestures, smiles, and the shared warmth of connection. It was beautiful to see. One evening, as the sun dipped low, casting a golden hue over everything, I spotted them talking by the old baobab tree, the village's meeting place. They were both animated, lost in conversation. John's laughter rang like music, and Amara's giggles danced in the air. I felt a warmth in my heart, seeing how they brought out the best in each other. As the weeks rolled on, their bond deepened. John embraced our culture with an open heart. He learned how to cook our traditional dishes, though his first attempt at making jollof rice was a disaster. The village erupted in laughter as he accidentally added too much pepper. "I'll get it right next time," he promised, grinning sheepishly. Amara was patient, teaching him the intricacies of our customs. She showed him how to dance during our village celebrations, though he often stumbled over his own feet. The villagers loved it. They cheered him on, their laughter ringing through the night. Watching them together, I could see the joy blooming like flowers in spring. However, not everyone welcomed this budding romance. Some elders whispered discontent. They feared change, worried that Amara might be pulled away from our traditions and the village. "What does a foreigner know about our way of life?" they said, casting skeptical glances at John. I listened to their worries, but I also saw something genuine in John's eyes, a love for Amara that transcended borders. One day, during a community meeting, the elders voiced their concerns. "This man is not one of us," one elder said. "He does not understand our ways." The room grew tense, and I felt a knot in my stomach. I wanted to speak up, to tell them that love was universal and could bridge any gap. But I stayed silent, unsure of how to voice my thoughts. Amara, however, was unafraid. "But he is here," she said, her voice strong and clear. "He loves our village and our people. He learns from us. Love knows no boundaries." Her words filled the room with a different energy, a kind of hope. I could see the elders' expressions soften, just a little. After that meeting, John and Amara continued to grow closer. They shared more moments together, exploring the beauty of the village. One evening, they hiked to a nearby hill to watch the sunset. I saw them from a distance, silhouetted against the orange sky. It was a scene straight out of a storybook, and I felt a rush of joy for them. Then came the day of the proposal. The village was alive with music, laughter, and the aroma of delicious food. As the sun set and the stars began to twinkle, John found his moment. He gathered everyone around the old baobab tree, the heart of our community. With a nervous smile, John called for Amara. The village hushed as she stepped forward, her eyes wide with surprise. "Amara," he began, his voice steady despite the crowd. "From the moment I saw you, I knew my heart had found a home. You've shown me your world, and I want to be a part of it forever." He got down on one knee, holding out a simple but beautiful ring. Everyone held their breath. Amara's eyes sparkled with surprise, and then joy. "Yes, yes," she cried, tears of happiness streaming down her cheeks. The village erupted in cheers, drums beating loudly as the news spread like wildfire. People danced, singing songs of love and unity, the air thick with celebration. The wedding was set for a few weeks later, and preparations began in earnest. The villagers came together to decorate the village. Colorful fabrics hung from trees, and bright flowers adorned every corner. The excitement was palpable. It felt like we were preparing for a grand festival. On the big day, villagers from nearby towns arrived, eager to witness this unique union. As Amara walked down the path to the baobab tree, wearing a dress made of colorful beads and flowers, my heart swelled with pride. She looked radiant, a goddess under the sun. John stood at the front, his eyes brimming with tears as he took in the sight of her. The ceremony was beautiful. They exchanged vows, promising to love each other through thick and thin. They spoke in both our language and English, weaving together their worlds in a tapestry of love. It felt as if time stood still. Every moment was etched in our memories. When they kissed, the crowd erupted into cheers. Joy filled the air, a contagious energy that swept through everyone present. I felt a wave of happiness wash over me. It was more than just a wedding. It was a moment that brought us all together, reminding us of the power of love. After the ceremony, the celebration began in earnest. Tables were filled with food, jollof rice, fried plantains, and suya sizzling on the grill. We danced late into the night, the rhythm of drums echoing through the village. John and Amara joined in, their laughter mingling with ours, bridging the gap between two worlds.